So let's see how we're going with our technology. Part 3 of the Malakuta segment is a wonderful woman called Tricia Hiley. She's the coordinator of the Malakuta Sustainable Energy Group. She has an intelligent and infectious passion for her beautiful town and for the benefits of clean energy. So what started as a small group of residents concerned about lowering carbon emissions and increasing energy security for their remote town snowballed into a powerhouse of community action. The community-led project Tricia is about to share with us has improved local energy security and driven community engagement, a win-win scenario and a wonderful story of building community resilience. So please welcome Tricia Hiley. And we've got your PowerPoint, Tricia, but we can't see your face. Are we going to be able to see you for a second before you share?
Yeah, I thought that it was... Can you see me now?
No, you might have to stop sharing,
No.
but it would be lovely to see you before you start.
Okay.
If we can't do that, we'll see you later.
I'll press stop sharing. I just hope that I can... I haven't been on a Zoom share screen for a couple of years now.
Oh, okay.
It's quite... Anyway, I'll stop sharing and try again.
There you are.
There.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hi.
Tricia Hiley. There she is, sitting in... Are you in Malakuta? Are you in your backyard or something?
No, I'm in the same seat as Paris was.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
at the
you're just
innovative...
outside the door.
Beautiful. At the Innovative
Wilderness
Workspace.
Collective.
Yeah, great.
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Tricia. I'll hand over to you.
You're most welcome. Now, maybe what I can do is just push that over to this. I think I might have to just minimize that. Oh, what's happening here? Okay, can you see the slides?
Not yet. Have you clicked on share screen?
Pardon?
Click on share screen. Oh, I shouldn't have asked her to show her face, should I?
No.
I've gone and ruined it now. We'll get there, Tricia. Hang in. If you click on share screen.
Yeah, I'll try again, but it doesn't, screen. No, that's not going to work.
Any advice, James?
I can go get Mel.
If you click on the arrow next to the share screen, is there a little arrow there that you can click on?
That work? You see it now?
No.
Oh, gosh.
It's all right. It's all right. We're used to it.
I'll get Belle and she'll help me out here. Just hang on a sec.
Okay, we will. We'll chat amongst ourselves till you come back. Sorry about that. I just thought it would be lovely to see Tricia before she started, and I went and spoiled everything, didn't I? So let's have another quick look at... Oh, you haven't had any time to type up sticky notes. You've been too busy there. I'll ad-lib. I don't know a good joke. Does anybody know a really good joke about... Sing us a song. I bumped into Tricia. I'll just tell a story because that's what you do, isn't it, when you can't think of anything else. I bumped into Tricia. She's been working on the recycling, the new recycling hubs that are in each community, and she's been working on that. And I went to drop some things in there, and who should pop their head around the corner but Tricia? And we're having a good chat about how that project's going and how well it's being utilised in Malakuta. So Tricia's got her fingers in all of those pies around sustainable energy and the environment and recycling and all those great things. Do we have you back, Tricia?
Not yet.
Not yet. She's trying to find someone who knows which button to press. Okay, so maybe what we do quickly is we ask for people to read out or yell out one of their sticky notes. That's what I would like to have happen now. What did you write down that stood out for you from today on your sticky note? Just call it out. Don't be shy. So resilience being valuing people's work, that we can't volunteer for everything all the time. Yeah, beautiful. That's something that Paris really talked about, wasn't it? I think in the youth space, we're starting to do that a bit better. We're starting to say, if we want your voice at this table, maybe we better pay you, for that your time and energy. Thank you, Christy. And we've got Tricia back. Are you there?
I can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you too. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Tricia. Over to you.
Okay. So we'll get this back on slideshow. It's slowing the slides. Okay. So you're seeing just the slides, or are you seeing all of the slides as well?
No, just the slides. It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you very much. Apologies for this. So what you're seeing on the screen is Malakuta's Road to Energy Resilience. Thank you, Eva, for... I'm not sure I can live up to that, but we'll share a little bit of what has gone on. And I've got 2011 there because that was the first project that we had kind of submitted to the Shire, to the government. It was changing our streetlights to LED lights, and this was way back at the very beginning of LED streetlights coming. And we did not get that grant nor the second one, but the third, assisting with the Shire, we did get our streetlights funding for the streetlights to be changed. So that's just the start of the journey. And this is a little picture of Malakuta, why we are trying to do what we do. Let's resume. Okay. This is very quickly where we were with our energy. We were the last community, we were told, and this, the jewel in the crown. On July 27th, 1972, we became the final town in Victoria to lose its basically community-owned energy supply and be put on the grid to support the brown coal industry. So I had a dream at one point that 2022, 27th of July, we might be able to say we are now completely self-sufficient again. Yes? Oh dear. I'm on the second one. I don't know what's. Okay. Now let's. Okay. I wouldn't believe I have a background in technology. But, okay, so back out of full screen. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay? That's the second slide. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go back to. Well, I don't know that I can. How I move it along. Yeah. Okay. We'll give it another shot. I don't. Have. Okay, now we've got it. All right, ready to go. Yeah, so I had a dream that 50 years on, we could say that we were energy self-sufficient, but that did not come to fruition. The next one is really, I'm going to go through, I've got a number of slides, but really I just wanted to show you that AusNet Services consider us the end of the least reliable feeder in their whole system. And what we've got there is just a view of the system and where Malakuta is out in the east. So in most recent stats, we had 23.6 hour-long outages per year, and that's more than 8 times longer than the network average of 2.7. So AusNet Services covers a huge range, and you can see the patch in the middle without any lines at all, because it's almost fully vegetated, the whole of their network. So they're working with many layers of difficulty. So this is a picture of the line coming into town. We've got a single line in for just about 250K. And I just want to share with you, predominantly the energy story. Just a few bits since what you might have in your mind as a date, 31st of December 2019, when I came up from our little looking after the kids on that, my grandkids on that day, and this is the view from the deck where we were defending. And the next day when we were able to, or several days later. So that put a kind of another layer of challenge for us. I put in a grant application in 2018 to get a solar battery generator system for the radio station, because I was president of the station then, and we had become the official emergency broadcaster from Malakuta. And we had some challenges with the technology, but on October 1st, 2020, we had it fully commissioned, and there we are, mid-COVID, on the final day of having it work for us. And now that was the first community-owned building in town, and the first community-owned solar battery generator system. So whenever there's an outage, the building just continues to chuck along the way that we wish it to. Next date is May 27th, 2021. That's also the date of another lockdown from Melbourne. But they had come out. You might have heard about Malakuta's big battery. And that's really a key part of our story. And I'm not sure, I think I'll leave the questions until later if we have time for any questions. It wasn't of our doing. It's not a community battery. It was put in by AusNet Services as part, way back in 2013, we had a feasibility study that said being able to microgrid was absolutely essential for us. And I think I'll put my glasses on, that might help as well. It was essential for us, and then a change of government came, and arena funding, which we were going to rely on. I'll just wait until the motorcycles go past. So our plans for funding disappeared, and sorry about this. The motorcycles love the windy road on the way into town. Okay. So they came to town in 2017 and said that we would have a big battery here. This is us cutting the ribbon on the installation of the battery. And it has kind of been problematic over time, but it works I'll get onto that later. But this was a community gathering. We had to wander around. That's the battery. It's not really that pretty, but it's a number of containers. And I love the pole on the left-hand top. That is the smarts of the system. At least it's the part that separates us during an outage from the grid, and it allows us to be microgridded, separate from any outage. And the system polls for anomalies along the line, and if it anticipates or assesses that the anomaly is something to be worried about, it will do that disconnect. And just again, this is the breadth of Gippsland as a whole. Gippsland's the major part of it. But we're 507 kilometers from the Energy Innovation Cooperative, which is another community energy group. And back in 2021, when COVID was in full flush, I was being able to attend all of the meetings that are there in the Latrobe Valley. GCCN was the kind of cultural hub of community energy. But I wasn't able to always go down to the meetings. But during COVID, we were able to say from Phillip Island and from Malakuta, we're also part of Gippsland. And when when the state government, Sustainability Victoria, set up the opportunity for community power hubs, we decided across the 6 shires of Gippsland region to partner in a community energy or community power hub. And so we set up with Sustainability Victoria funding a community power hub Gippsland. And this was just a slide from a conversation or a presentation that I did for the first Gippsland New Energy Congress in Sale, talking about the power of community power. We got funding for 10 projects across the region, and we were able to complete 14 projects at the time, where we actually didn't meet one another across the region until after the whole project had wound up. The funding is gone now, but the governance group is still meeting bi-monthly. And one of the projects was a 22 kilowatt system, Malakuta's first community-owned solar system, giving us a little bit of funds. We've got a 10-year lease. This is on East Gippsland Water's water treatment plant, and we are providing the power, a good portion of the power for them to run the cleaning of our drinking water, of our home water system. So this was just the launch, and you can see the room is full. I think this is the first time that we were able to get together in a room, and then we went out to the solar panels and had a good walk around the battery as well. Oh, because the battery is actually on East Gippsland Water's land. So another project, that same day that we commissioned the big battery, Lily D'Ambrosio launched the Community Microgrid and Sustainable Energy Program. And a number of communities that were fire affected were assessed, and 3 were selected by the government to offer some support for increasing our resilience. The other towns were Omeo and Corryong, also both in the eastern part of Victoria. And what the program provided for Malakuta was, in the end, 11 locations deemed essential by the community. The community was able to submit their suggestions, and 11 have gone through the process of working with government and AusNet to have heavily subsidized, but not free, solar battery generator systems with smart meters. And part of the agreement that they are signing is that they open these places to the community should there be an outage, right? So if we are off the grid or we need them, they will open their doors so that we can we can take our food for one thing. We can, for the bank, get the services of the bank, because even on the 13th of February, when there was the massive outage across AusNet services area, the community bank was able to give cash because none of the online banking systems were working. Carbathong Lodge is the only place in an area called Carbathong that residents can, that has anything more than bedrooms. It's a lodge and has signed up for being open to the community in special circumstances. And we've got a list there of the other, the main halls, and there are 4 of them. The community club rooms, main hall, Mudbrick Pavilion, and Shire Office are council buildings. And what else have we got? The cooperating parish of Crowjingalong, that's the local church. And what else have we got? The CFA station, police station. And I think there is one other, but I can't, my memory has failed me there. And then approximately 20 residences are installing heat pump hot water systems. And that's an interesting one because it's kind of a passive battery. Nowadays, AusNet can read the forecasts, and if there is a chance of an extreme weather event, they can, within this system and the smart meter, fully heat the batteries in this program, the heat pump hot water system. So all of the houses that have these installed within this system will have their batteries, the hot water tanks, fully ready for an outage. So it's because electric water heating is one of the major uses of electricity in our town, it will greatly reduce the amount of electricity needed by the rest of the town. Next one, we're getting to the end of this, and this has nothing to do directly with energy, but as Eva mentioned, I had the distinct joy of not a very long time to get this up and running in time for November 1st. Just one little thing. There weren't even bins in the back of it by 6:35 when we were to march at 7 a.m. But it's been working. We've had many challenges, but trying to keep it working from 7 in the morning until 7 at night. And at the end of our third month, we had diverted, well, maybe some were going to into recycling, but 162,000 containers had gone through that piece of equipment in the first 3 months. And we continue, and it's we're working on contracts for someone here that has been doing glass and can recycling for years and having to travel away to make sure that they were recycled appropriately, can now be the manager of this facility, which is great for a local job. Two more. This is just, we're not doing it on our own. All of these things, this is just I did this in 2022 probably. And these are some of the people that are some of the organizations that we have really good working relationships with. And if you're not there, I apologize, and we think you should be. I haven't redone this chart. I've this slide, but AusNet Services and Sustainability Victoria, East Gippsland Water, where our solar installation is, and the Shire, and the Energy Innovation Co-op, who is auspicing a grant that they're holding a grant for us because we are a small, unincorporated community organization, fully volunteer. And now the last slide. I've used the same picture as before. Where are we in 2024? With the big battery, we are islandable. Our solar works when we're islanded. Our solar works when the AusNet battery is working. I had suggested that when I found out that any of the maintenance works that they require to be done here, and if there's an outage, there's a fellow that has to come from Bairnsdale to do the work, which of course necessitates travel time and so on. So I suggested some months ago that we had electricians here. Why couldn't we have them being part of that? And they, unbeknownst to me, months and months went by, but a group of 7 is now providing that level of electrical assistance, and I think that's a game changer. And that's something that was said to me by one of those 7. They have a 7-week roster of a week on and 6 weeks off, and I think he's really enthused by it and sees it as there's a kind of a secure source of ongoing income for the 7 electricians we've got here, which I think is just that's a real game changer as far as they're concerned, and I think for us as well. And most recently, 2 weeks ago, we established the Sustainable Energy Group started a solar battery bulk buy. And we've had an unbelievable response from the community with expressions of interest. And we had seven, more than 7% of our households replied positively within 24 hours. So it's pretty amazing. So more on that in the coming months. And key message for all of us, and I guess this is one that I gave to the Community Energy Congress in Sydney last week, that there's an urgent cultural reframe needed within the distributed network service providers like the AusNets of the world to regard community energy projects as part of our energy and resilience solution, not part of the problem. And I think that's that's a real tough cultural systems shift that we need help with at the end of this line. I'm involved in some of the AusNet 5-year pricing reset conversations and panels that are we're doing all we can, but I think across the whole of the country, we need to understand that community energy projects really can make a difference to our resilience. And I think maybe they're the only thing that can, but we need support from government and from the service providers, the networks. So that is the end. I hope I haven't talked your ears off, but that's I'm open to any questions that you've got in the time that we have left, if there's any.
Thank you so much. Tricia, please, a round of applause for Tricia and that fabulous Sustainable Energy Working Group. I think a couple of things stand out for me, that resilience really is underpinned by community passion, and Tricia has that in spades. I don't know if you want to stop sharing your screen now, Tricia, so we can see you again. Sure. We haven't got a lot of time, and I'm sorry that we put you right before morning tea, Tricia, so everybody's tummies are grumbling, but I'll just check whether there is any questions for Tricia. It's a bit tricky because she's not in the room, so if you've got a quick question, now's your chance. Otherwise, you can give her a ring.
This is just I forgot I put these in. I'm one of the founders of the group that you just heard Paris talk about. So I'm kind of vice chair of the Wilderness Collective. And as a showcase of sustainability, that's the Malakuta Sustainable Energy Group, and we're really working with others to. How do I stop sharing?
What an amazing power of work. You are a powerhouse for power, Tricia. It's just incredible. As I said earlier, Tricia really does have a very infectious, gentle and intelligent passion for supporting Malakuta District to be like the best that it can be, and a beautiful place for us to live and our children and grandchildren to grow up. So I don't think there are any questions today, Tricia, but I'm sure people will be getting in touch with you as a lot of people want to embark on this. So thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. And starting small, we started and we failed. We didn't succeed in getting our first grant up. We start small, do one thing, and from little things, big things grow.
I love that.
So
great.
Thank you for listening.
No, thank you, Tricia.
Bye-bye.
Please give it up for Tricia.
Have a wonderful rest of the day.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. Innovation. So much innovation this morning. The other thing that really stood out for me in what Tricia was talking about, and I'm sure it's true for a lot of these projects, is partnership. But there was really extraordinary partnership in that project from East Gippsland, obviously the local group that were driving it, East Gippsland Water, funding partners, government, AusNet, and the local Sparkies. I mean, what an amazing collective of partnerships to make a project happen. I know my tummy's grumbling. I know yours are. So we won't take any more, keep you away from that beautiful morning tea that we can smell any longer. We were going to have a longer break, but we're going to come back at 12 noon. How long does that give us? Someone who's got a clock in front of them? 4 minutes? Oh, no, that's too mean. Okay. No, sorry, Sue Ellen. That's all going out the window. Let's negotiate. 10 past or quarter past? Quarter past. Well, back in your seats by quarter past, okay? Don't make me get my kindergarten voice out. Thank you. We'll see you back here at quarter past.